councillors here today. I'd also like to welcome our staff. Also like to welcome members of the public. Warren and Lorraine, thank you for your attendance. Wonderful to have members of the public in the chambers. I would like to let all councillors know that this meeting is being recorded in accordance with our public responsibility. Apologies. 3.0 public question time. I'll go to the public gallery. Any questions? Okay, that is nil. 4.0 disclosure of interest. I believe that we do have some disclosures.
Yep, 18.2. Partiality.
Okay, those disclosures of interest will be registered and accounted for with the appropriate items. 5.0 application for leave of absence. That is nil. 6.0 is applications, petitions, presentations and submissions is nil. So we'll go to 7.0, which is confirmation of the previous meeting. 7.1 was our ordinary council meeting held on the 17th of June. Straight to the officer's recommendation that the minutes of that ordinary meeting in June be confirmed as a true and correct recording of proceedings. Can I have somebody to please move that? Thank you, Councillor Cusack, and seconded by Councillor Harding. Eight point is minutes of committee meetings to be received. We have 8.1 and 8.2. I believe that we could do them on block. Someone please move that we have received the minutes of 8.1 and 8.2. Councillor Bray has moved it and Councillor Cole has seconded that. All those in favour? Thank you. Recommendations to come out of those committee meetings for our consideration. The first one, 9.1, is from the Bushfire Advisory Committee meeting. For us to endorse the office bearers, as in Chairperson Murray Dixon, Captain is Brendan Parsons and Lieutenant Peter Cowan. Would someone like to move that? Is Councillor Auld, and Councillor Cole has seconded. All those in favour? Thank you. And the second recommendation for us to consider is the fire control officers, which are listed in the table. I don't need to go through them. Can someone please move officer recommendation 9.2? Councillor Curry has moved it. Seconder, Councillor Cusack. All those in favour? That is carried. Thank you very much. The third recommendation is 9.3, the Bushfire Advisory Committee recommendation that we accept the fire break order. Someone like to move that? Councillor Auld has moved it and Councillor Cole has seconded it. All those in favour? That is carried. Thank you. 10.0 is announcements by presiding member without discussion. I would like just briefly to take this opportunity to mention how saddened we are by the passing of Mrs. Mary Cowan. Of course, Mary has been a long-serving citizen to the communities of Mount Walker and Narrabeen, and of course wife to Freeman Howie Cowan. Mary's contribution to the communities of Mount Walker, especially through education, working at the school at Mount Walker for decades, and also then moving into the Narrabeen District High School. Her contribution to education in our community is definitely profound. And we have certainly, as a community, lost a pillar And our condolences go out to the whole Cowan family. 11.0 is officer reports. 11.1, the corporate business plan. So once again, as always, it's in our attachments. You've read it. Beck, would you like to add anything before we go to recommendation to receive it?
Just standard quarterly report with no surprises.
11.1, that we received the corporate business plan, quarterly monitoring report. Can someone like to move it?
Sorry,
Councillor Keith.
Scotty, through the chair.
Yeah.
I just comment, note how many green ones are on there. I think that's great. It's a good job. Okay, job.
No, that's a good pickup. So, yeah, congratulations to the staff on ticking those boxes. Would someone like to move it? Councillor Curry has moved it. Councillor Harding has seconded item 11.1. All those in favour? That's carried. Thank you very much. Right, local planning policy, the temporary movable accommodation. Note that item 1, that Road Rock endorsed the proposed temporary movable accommodation policy and the implementation by for Shires to undertake this new policy. Go down to the officer recommendation if there's no other comments from there.
I think that my only comment is that it's really good to see that regional cooperation between the Road Rock members to get a really good outcome with a compliant and consistent approach when it comes to temporary movable accommodation. So a job well done with the Road Rock staff that were involved.
Yeah, I do concur with that. Does anyone have any questions or seek any clarity on those guidelines or that policy? Okay then, well, we will go to the recommendation. It's in the 2 parts, 1 and 2. Can someone please move item 11.2? Councillor Ball has moved it. Would someone like to second it? Councillor Cusack, thank you. All those in favour? All right, that is carried. 11.3 is our road strategy. Ken, would you like to comment? Any comments you like to add? Ken, the strategies in your attachments. We've been discussing it for some time. Anything you'd like to add before I open the floor for questions?
No, just a lot of work between the CEO and myself to come up with this strategy, which then leads to actual service, which we've had discussion. Yeah, just help formalise everything, give us clear guidelines on how we manage our road network and how we deliver our levels of service to our ratepayers, especially you know, when you get the requests, so you've got a clear answer as to how we do things. Yeah, it's been a fair bit of work involved.
Yep. Yeah, are there any questions? Any queries? Anyone seek any clarification on the policy? Yeah, I too would like to thank all the staff involved in that. It's a really good policy and it could hold us in good stead moving forward. Can someone please move item 11.3? Thank you, Councillor Bray, seconded by Councillor Cole. All those in favour? That is carried. Thank you, everybody. 11.4 is our Equal Opportunity Management Plan review. Beck, anything to add?
Just that it's the review annually is a compliance requirement, so we're making compliance, but also making good progress in terms of equal opportunity.
All right, anyone got any queries? All right, officer for recommendation is in the 2 parts. Someone like to move that recommendation? Councillor Curry has moved that, Councillor Harding has seconded. All those in favour? Thank you, that is carried. Office reports, nil. Officer report, corporate services. We have the adoption of the budget for the year ended 30 June 2026. Once again, it is a document that staff have been working on for a long time. It is a document that council has had input into through various budget workshops. I will throw to Ben, our EMCS, for any additional comments that he would like to make. Then we'll go down to the recommendation. Obviously, it's in 12 parts, and yeah, we will. I'll ask for someone to move it. Ben.
Okay, through the chair, I guess the only thing I would emphasise, to avoid any questions, is that the budget prep is done, as I've said in the item, secondary to the long-term financial plan. So when we allocate our resources to our capital projects and to our anticipated operational expenditure, it is done in the context of the 10-year plan. So we've done that so we have some surety over how sustainable and feasible in the long term our proposed capital works are. And where we have any projects that lead into future years, we have surety that we will be able to afford those eventual projects. Yeah, that would be the only thing that I would outline, unless anyone has any questions.
Floor is open for any questions, any queries, clarification required.
I'd only like to say that very good job, because we all know what has happened in the past and we look like we're on track, so very good. Apparently, our auditors may not be on the ball. We might have to wait for them or something, but I read something like that. Yeah.
Through the chair, yeah, there's been a delay with our interim audit, so I don't have an expectation. I think they're about 7 to 8 weeks behind, if I remember right, something about that. So possibly for August, Audit and Risk Committee will have the interim. Yeah.
Okay, are there any other questions? Go to the recommendation that council endorses the following by absolute majority. Someone like to move that we endorse the budget? Councillor Bray, can I ask for a seconder? Councillor Curry. Before I go to the vote, I will ask if the mover would like to speak for.
No, I'm not.
Second, would you like to speak for? Does anybody choose to speak against the officer recommendation? In that case, I'll call for a vote. All those in favour? That has passed 7-0, and once again, thank you for all the work that staff put in to prepare that document. Item 13.2 is the financial statements for the month ended 30 June. And are there anything to add to those statements? Councillors, they're all in your attachments. I would ask for any questions. Any queries? We can't get that on. Sorry. Has anyone got any queries they've noted down? Happy with the explanation notes? Right. 13.2 is council received the monthly financial statements for the month ended 30 June 25. Someone like to move? Councillor Cusack, thank you. Someone second it? Councillor Cole. All those in favour? Thank you very much. go on to the schedule of accounts, which is item number 13.3. I think we'll just go straight to our attachment where if you have any queries, please give us the EFT number and then put forward the question. On page 212. Page 213. Councillor Curry.
Yeah, through the chair, EFT 18823, Snowman Roadhouse for fuel. Do we get fuel from the depot for the vehicles that are going to the roadhouse? Or would that be?
Through the chair, we don't store unleaded, so any unleaded has to go through the roadhouse. I don't know of any instances of us getting diesel unless we were out of fuel. I know in between changing to our new fuel system, we may have, but I don't think very much. So, yeah, it's diesel's depot, just unleaded. That's what most of our stuff.
Any other queries on page 213? Page 214. Nothing. Credit cards. Page. Right, so no.
Purchases. If we have Chat GPT, do we not get one subscription does a few people, or is it just one subscription? Because it seems like the CEO has got Chat GPT and then the EMCS. I thought it could be, can't use the same ones. No, okay. Yeah.
All right, no more queries. Point 3 that we receive and endorse the schedule of accounts, month ended 30 June 2025. Someone to move that. Councillor Curry has moved it and Councillor Hall has seconded. All those in favour? Thank you. That has carried. Officer reports is nil. Community Services Officer reports infrastructure services is nil. Elected member motions of which previous notice has been given is nil, and elected member motions without notice. Is there anything from the floor? That is nil. 18.0, new business of an urgent nature approved by the presiding person or decision. Would like to some new business. Can I have somebody move?
It's 18.1.
18.1. Someone move that we accept item 18.1, please. Councillor Bray has moved it. Someone to second it. Councillor Harden, all those in favour? Thank you. That has passed. We will now receive item 18.1. Obviously, the item is in relation to the resolutions that come from the Go Narrabeen meeting, that we remove the caveat on the roadhouse and then receive the gift of lots 16 and 17 Coral Street from Go Narrabeen Progress Association. All right, anyone have any questions, any queries they would like to put forward before we go to the recommendation? Beck, do you have any comments?
No further comments other than what's outlined in the item, but happy to answer any questions.
All right, the recommendation's in 5 parts. You've got them there in front of you to read. You've read them. Would someone like to move that recommendation? Councillor Curry has moved it. Someone second. Councillor Bray has seconded. I'll put it back to the mover. Councillor Curry, would you like to speak for?
Through the chair, yeah, I think it's to receive the land that we will receive, moving ahead with our housing it's called development. I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it's time that we trust each other, going and being in the Shire. I think it'd be a good thing. So yeah, happy to move.
Thank you. Councillor Bray, you seconded. Would you like to speak for?
No, I'm right. That's the one. Councillor Carr.
Does anyone wish to speak against the motion? Does anyone intend to vote against the motion? In that case, it's passed. So thank you, council, for that. 19 is matters for which the meeting may be closed. So can I have someone move that we close the meeting, please? Councillor Cole, someone to second it. Councillor Curry, all those in favour? Thank you, that is passed. The meeting is now closed. If I could ask the public if they may leave the chambers, please. Ask for the recording to commence. So the resolution is part 1 to endorse the continuation of the payment plan for assessments and of $1,600 a month payable at the end of each calendar month. Part 2, that the continuation of the payment plan is offered to 30 June 2026 only on the basis that the arrangements will be reviewed again by council prior to that date. And part 3, that if the ratepayer fails to make any scheduled payments on time for the arrangement to be considered voided, and for the Chief Executive Officer, as soon as reasonably practicable, is to commence with all available means debt collection in accordance with council policy debt management. It was moved by Councillor Ball, seconded by Councillor Harding, and was carried 7-0. Thank you. .0, closure of meeting. I declare the meeting closed at 5:31. Thank you, staff.